I like that about taking a bike. Oh, you need the rabbit path. Look at that. Game trail, you're gone. That's all it takes. There's one of the houses. Said there's only a handful of houses in this whole place. There's one of them right there. I think what we want is up this way. Just gotta watch that wet sand. That stuff's slippery. Found one. I found one of them. There should be another one on up this road. But it looks like we have found one of the old Glen Alum cemeteries. This could be it. This could be it. Hubert Butcher is the name we're looking for. What's that? I see a trail going back there. Hold the phone. There are more. Look here. There's one. Over here's one. Here's a stone. There's a stone. Shelburne Bland. Born 1916 and 1916. August to November. Got to keep your head low. Keep moving. Under it, over it, or around it. Whatever it takes. Buchanan. Nellie. Nellie, daughter of Edward and Sarah Buchanan. Died January 14th, 1912. Age 12 years, 3 months, 14 days. Okay, that's the footstone to that one, presumably. Yes. Go around. Ouch, and little holly trees are sharp. Very pokey. Okay, I see an old fence there. I see it going up that way and around. James E. Hang on. The lamb on top. James E., son of J.E. and May Vernon. April 12th, 1922 to 1922, September. Another baby. Now you can see old fence pieces here, old wrought iron. Look at that. Let me get around there. Check that out. Look at that. This was no doubt a very fancy gate back in its day, wasn't it? Alright, we'll come back to that. I see more that way. All right, through the gate it is. Okay, there's one right here. You can see the stone and bricks all the way around it. Right there. No name though. Wow, look at that. Let's see, what about going down? Oh, thorny little devil. There's a big one. So this is presumably the older part here, no doubt. Can't read that. Is there anything on the other side? Yeah, here's the front. Liza Collins. Lizia, L-I-Z-I-A Collins. 1852 to 1897. I knew there were some old ones in here somewhere. That looks like the one might be after right there, that shape. Wow. Very confusing. Which way? Look at that one. Completely sunk in. It says mother on the footstone. The headstone's just a little square one. It's a Dotson. I can see that much. Rebecca Dotson, 1886 to 1961, and Roby Dotson, 1886, 19, and the last two are blank. There's a field stone. Now you can see there's a lot of unmarked ones here too. Got to go between those. It's a tough one. I still see more. There's one over there too. Martha and Mary Mounts. Twins, no doubt. October 27, 1951. October 27, 1951. Earl W. Mounts Jr., 1941, 1941. Okay, let's go between these two. Earl Mounts, 1910, 1953, and okay, Earl and Hattie Mounts and their children. Okay, hang on. Let me get over here. Look at that, they go way back through here. I can see two. There. They're all through the trees here. This one is Earl and Hattie Mounts and their children. Amanda, Betty. Wow, there's a big one in it. And their children. No dates or anything, it's all names. Can we read these? Ooh, that's a snaky looking spot. Ethel Cisco, 1908, 1948. Does this one have anything on it? It used to. You can see stars cut into it. And there's a field stone laying up against that one. Betty Dean Owens, 1848, 1949. See another fence, but I definitely saw graves this way. A snaky spot again. If I was a snake, that's where I'd be. Just looked very comfortable. There's one over there. Huh. Fence there. Good thing I have a good sense of direction, isn't it? Get out someplace like this, middle of nowhere, southern West Virginia. Howard Carter, 1913-1950. Ella Collins, 1889 to 1967, and Tolbert Collins, 1889, no death date. Okay. Yeah, they're all in little plots too. It's hard to tell where one ends and the next one starts. Little family plots. Let's kind of go out, swing wide. See if I see any this way. I don't see none. Alright. Back up and cut through the middle. Or well, might still be lower section. I don't know. Just guessing middle. There's some sunken ones, aren't they? Look at that. How do you get in there? Right here will work. Sort of. And you can see a trail. What used to be a trail going right through there. Okay, that one has a field stone. This one's fell over. $1883. She. $1883 there. 1942. L. Okay, what's that one? Joe. O-P-A-N. Open. O-P-L-Pan. 1874 to 1934. Alright, which way are we going? I'm going this way. Swing wide. When in doubt, go wide. Now see, that looks like one right there for sure. Look at that, how sunken. And there's a fence back here. There's another plot right there. Okay, don't see anything that way. Alright, how you get in that one? I'm guessing this way. 50-50 chance, right? I don't see a gate at all. There's something in there. Oh, I see it. It's It's a big old box turtle up there. I just heard a noise. He twitched. At least my snake senses seem to be turned on today. Alright, let's see if we can get around here to find out how to get in that one. That tree's right across the gate opening. There's one. Paul Birchfield, 1940, June 10, June 10. A lot of babies. All right. That goes with that one. I only see the one in here. Jane Evans. Oh, James Evans. West Virginia PFC Company A, World War II. I can't make out those dates. Let's see. Can't really get over the fence right here. There's another one under that tree, but I can't make. Look at that one. See if you can read this or not. No, it's completely gone. Ouch, let go of me. Nothing that way. I see more that way. Where'd that giant box turtle go? Did he run away? He was right in here, wasn't he? Wow. Which way to go? Son of J.C. and Hattie Adkins, May 1945, May 1945. Huh, look at this. Daughter of J.C. and Hattie Adkins, 1948, 1948. That's one stillborn. On May 22nd, May was a bad month for them, wasn't it? May, right here, the son of, and May 3 years later. May was a bad month, I'm sure, in their household. See that little clearing up there? Looks like a deer bed. Good spot for it too. All right, where'd them ones go? I saw, here we go, right there. Got to swing back in. We swung wide a minute ago. Napoleon Ferrell. Look at that. And that's a unique name. There's a fieldstone here. Look at that. Napoleon Ferrell, 1908, 1986. And of course this one's a fieldstone. Alright, we got one in here. We'll go around Napoleon. I saw one somewhere. There it is. Knew I saw one in here somewhere. JF. Yep, same one. Jesse Ferrell, 1819. Oh, excuse me. March 18th, 1912 to 1935. Huh. Okay, that's his footstone. See one right there. Lucinda Ferrell, 1873 to 1955. plow through the cobwebs. That's all you can do. Those golden orb weavers, big yellow spiders, they're harmless, but they make big nests, or big webs. Did I get that one? I don't remember coming up. Yeah, that's the kids. Okay. Thelma J. Ferrell Porter, 1933, 2005. FLP, MKH, MKP, and there's date, excuse me, dates for all three. Presumably children. Ferrells. Some of these are probably relatives. I'm related to some Ferrells too. This is Willie Ferrell, 1898 to 1969, and Ava, 1903, no death date. Looks clear above. Well, looks like I may have reached the top of this particular part. Of course, there was another path going back out that way that we'll check out in a minute once we finish here. Still, you got a couple right there for sure, and probably some more that way. This is, can't read anything, CN, and there's a little flower pressed into it up top. It just says CN. There's this. This says CN as well. And this one says Cora Nichols. That's strange, isn't it? Unless the child was named after mother. This is Cora Nichols, 1884 to 1969. This one has toppled over. That's a tough one, ain't it? I can see something, December 30th, 1840 something. That's an old one there, isn't it? December 30th, 1884. That's an old one for sure there. Okay, there's a fence post. I'm going to assume this is a corner. Could be an old tree though, just as easily. Kind of looking to see if I see anything out that way where that little road went to. It'd be back up there somewhere. We'll check that in a minute. Margaret Louise Miller, 19 1923 to 1929. So what's left of a baby picture. Huh, Margaret Louise Miller. Okay, we got those. There's one with just a big L on it. Still looking for Hubert Butcher. I'm guessing it goes on around that way. I can see the other cemetery there. Of course, he may be in that main part too. I didn't really look at it. I went straight for the old section as soon as I saw it. Looks like what used to be a tram road going out through their little path. Okay, well there's the... Wow, this went all the way up to the first one. That's the first one I looked at. I've came all the way up. Huh. A lot bigger than I thought. Alright, let's go back through on this lower end and see who we see there. A lot bigger than I thought it was. Of course, a lot of them seem to be, don't they? I can see all kinds of dips. There's a completely sunken in one right there. Here. Thorn to the face. It's always a good thing. Okay. Let's go find that path. If I don't fall. Climb through all the uphill, downhill, and trip on the level part. It's a game trail going right through here. And the other cemetery should be right around this little bend right here. And I see an opening. Got to get to it. Now, okay, there's that main cemetery, but let's see where this road goes. Look at that. John Pollock, born 1876, died 1924. W-I-T something with sorrow, brother Frank. And there's more there. There's a dip. Yep, I see more. Wow, look at that one. Whoa. Huh? Santo Mussolino. I'll let y'all. Huh. Hungarian, perhaps? East. Okay, we got some more there, too. Well, let's go up first. Look at that one. Whoa. Look at that. I see a 1859 to 1908. RIP OSA. LECOSSA. Huh. Those are some cool looking stones, ain't they? Leah Gonano. Gonano. 1921 to 1923. Alright, which way are we going? There's stuff both ways. Alma B. Coffer, 1921, 1949. Valentino G. Bobera, 1881 to 1945. It's wild to think these people lived their entire lives before you were even born, isn't it? Guiditta, Guidita M. Bobera, 1888 to 1950. Okay, you can see old fence going around that tree, and it's grown up. Is there any more fence line going up here? Or more stones going up here? I know there's more behind me and up on the hill. Yeah, I see some down in here and there. Come on, Hubert. Where you at? Step over. Yes, I know it's poison ivy. Gillespie Joe Leonardo, 1884-1951. Poison ivy doesn't bother me. Never did. We get along great. Anna Leandero, 1896 to 1971. Okay, get down low, see if I can look under and see anything. I see a dip right there, so there's more that way. How do you get that way is the question. Okay, see some more up here. Okay, that's the one we saw earlier. I did check this one. Alright, where was my road? We're going on up. There's more here too. All through here. There's got to be a lot of people buried here. Still going up. Wow, they're all out through there, aren't they? Or is this the same ones? See a name on one. Lucinda. Yeah, that one is one I did. Okay. That is the end of that road. Okay, that is everybody that is in here that I could find. There's probably more, but that's all I can find. I did not find the one that we were looking for. Hubert is either not here or covered by vegetation, one of the two. Of course, there is another one that I want to look. He could be right beside me, couldn't he? I could have walked right by him, for all I know. Some amazing old history, though, isn't it? I've said it before. You never know who you're going to meet in a graveyard, do you? Alright, we still got the part down here that's out in the open and been cleared. Possible. They're probably all around me, ain't they? They are. Dips, dips, dips. They're all around me. Okay, we looked at this one, Franklin. Vet. But we'll see. Florence Ferrell, 1877-1961. Donald Eugene Justice, 1945-2012, and Connie S. Justice, just says 1949. Edward M. Sparks. Look at that. June 16th, 1962, June 17th, 1962. One day. Doris Nichols, 1918, 1986. Ira Heath Gibson, 1982 to 2004. It's a short life. You never know what you're going to get, do you? You got those two dates and that little bitty dash in between, but you don't know how big that dash is going to be, do you? Elise Justice, 1912, 1958. And father, that one says mother and this one says father. Halsey Justice, 1906 to 1989. Mother and father. Beloved husband and father, Emmett Ferguson, 1928-1977. Joseph Halsey Ferguson, 1954 to 1995. Georgia Ferguson, 1936, 2011. Paul Maxwell Ferguson, 1960 to 2017. This is the Hurleys. Ed was born in 1903 and passed away in 1981, and Ethel Hurley, 1903 to 1998. Patrick, knew that. William Bill Patrick, 1979 to 2022, and Christine Rena. But we're gonna go explore some of where Glen Alum used to be. Just kind of cruise around a little bit and go from there.